probably fitting, right, that the only players with 200 points, 100 rebounds, 40 blocks in their first 10 career postseason games. Yeah, they're both #1 picks for the Spurs.
Legends.
The Admiral, David Robinson, Victor Wembanyama, and Wemby did it despite leaving before halftime in 2 of those games. I caught up with Victor Wembanyama, and he talked about how his offseason, it actually shaped what we're seeing from him today, including his trip to China, where he trained with Shaolin monks, the advice he received from Hakeem Olajuwon, and his quest for playoff success.
To get into the playoffs is something we are built for, and I am built for.
Victor Wembanyama!
Coming back from what I came back from, it's the best example that life is short, career is short. There's no time to waste.
And sends the Spurs to the playoffs. Let's go!
Spurs forward Victor Wembanyama has taken giant strides this season in his quest to be the next great championship big man in San Antonio.
Wembanyama with the rejection.
It's hard to believe it was only 15 months ago he was diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot in his right shoulder, which left his future in question.
That moment, I remember clearly, it was 5 minutes of total breakdown, probably, obviously crying and sadness and maybe a feeling of the fragility of life and health. Basketball wasn't my priority all of a sudden, as it had been for years and years in my life. I needed time to find myself again and then to get better. For me, a situation I don't like is not really knowing what's best, or the fear of maybe going in the wrong direction.
Were you ever worried that you would not be able to play again in those 5 minutes?
Yes, but it wasn't justified. Live from China, on the Great Wall itself, having an amazing time.
Wembanyama's response was unique. He took the summer to travel abroad, stopping in China for a retreat to realign his mind, body, and spirit.
Incredible scenery. The temple, of course, obviously the traditional millennium-old buildings just at the bottom of the mountain in the forest. We meet a few monks, and they're very social, and they have phones and stuff. We were interesting. Let's see how it goes, but I'm not sure it is where I want to spend these next weeks in my summer, because it's an important summer. But so we eat a few things, vegetarian. And after that, they go to show us a demonstration, a show of what they do, of Kung Fu. Let's just say that 30 seconds in, we were convinced. All the doubts we might have had before, long gone.
Victor bought in. He shaved his head and stayed at the Shaolin Temple for 2 weeks, waking up at 4 a.m. to work with monks, learning the ways of meditation and Kung Fu.
Were you ever afraid that your hair wouldn't grow back?
No, it's one less thing to worry about. No hair, no worry. After that, it was serious practice and total dive into the culture and the traditions and the practice of Kung Fu.
What was the thing that you said, I want to be able to do, that looked like?
Oh, the backflip.
You wanted to be able to do a backflip.
Yeah.
Can you do a backflip?
No. Almost broke my neck a couple times trying, but...
All right, so the backflip is what you wanted to learn to do. What did you actually learn to do?
So what I learned is some types of meditation, obviously some Kung Fu classic movements. I learned some types of jumps and kicking jumps, which is surprisingly hard because it's lots of movements. And first you have to learn to do it the right way, and then you have to learn to do it quick and strong, which makes it twice as hard.
Okay.
Outside of the culture, because there was many things about Chinese medicine, were really interesting. But my biggest takeaways was some things I did over there overloaded certain muscles in my body that were not used to this kind of efforts, and I think it made them stronger. I think it made them more resilient.
After his trip to China, Wembanyama returned to the States to take Hakeem Olajuwon's offer to help develop his game.
So we met at the Final Four, and right away he was very friendly, you know, and he told me right away that he wanted to share what he had, what he knew. Rarely in my life I've learned so much in just a few days.
What did you learn?
All the footwork stuff, things that look easy but aren't, but he makes them easier, you know, and just some advice that comes with experience, and nothing can replace experience.
What was the best piece of advice that he told you?
That you don't need to wait to win, you know, like you can do it right away. You're a good player enough. If you're that good, you're gonna make your team win regardless.
Hakeem was right. Pairing the lessons of the Shaolin with the teachings of an NBA Hall of Famer, Wembanyama complemented his perimeter presence with dominance in the paint and has led the Spurs back to title contention.
The first player to unanimously win the Hakeem Olajuwon Trophy as the Defensive Player of the Year.
We're getting closer to what Spurs basketball means, where everybody is involved, everybody can make things happen. For some years, it's been very important for me to develop my body into what it can be and like fulfill the potential as much as possible. And it was just the whole motor all summer, and I think it's going to be for the rest of my career.
Victor Wembanyama doing alien things.
Victor! Oh my goodness!
Video game.